Alright, let's check to see if everything's working here. Looks like everything's okay. Welcome back, guys. Dragon Lucifer here. We are back in Camp Simulator. Sorry, I had a bunch of stuff I had to take care of. Kind of came up yesterday, so I wasn't able to come back. But we are currently sitting with us in front of us. I promised you guys we'd redo the engine in the R35, get that car whipped out. We couldn't find one in the scrap, so I went ahead and bought a new one. The other thing, this is an automation car that somebody made into a mod. You guys familiar with the automation video game and how it integrates into BeamNG Drive? You'll kind of probably recognize this one. This is the Curvaceous 1974. I did end up picking up the dented version of the car, so I'm thinking we're actually going to be able to build it as a wreck and get it 100%. Just from what I've been able to see. There's also some burned out ones. It's actually an interesting mod because we actually can play with cars that aren't pristine when we finish them and they're still actually 100%. So this looks cool. Noticed it was kind of low ranking on the Steam Workshop. Didn't really make the most popular tab. Not necessarily a bad thing, not necessarily a good thing. But anyways, we're going to get to doing this. I think it's going to be definitely interesting. Like I said, having some of these fenders and stuff aren't that bad a condition. They just look like hammered dog snot because of the way the car's designed. I did know that there are some weirdness with this car, so noticed some of the comments and stuff on it that there was some weirdness. But we'll go ahead and check all that out as we go. So hopefully we can figure everything out, figure out how to get to everything. Now, mod developer that put this together, put ahead and put it back into the Blender program from Automation and recreated it here in Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. So, definitely got to give him credit for that. I mean, Automation's an interesting game in its own right, don't get me wrong, but could be a little difficult to work with. So, what we're looking at here is basically a big V8 that apparently, according to the story, is completely undercooled. You guys that play Automation or watch videos on actually the construction or creation of this car probably have a lot more about the story than I do. But yeah, anyways, it looked really odd and kind of the oddball oddity and kind of weird. Like that window was 50%, but it was smashed. You know. So this is going to be definitely a unique little creature because it's actually got, busted up, broken parts on it and looks like hammered crap, but it's actually not in that bad a shape. So, yeah, definitely an interesting creature. I will be very interested to see what actually all comes out of this. We have some of these parts off here. Looks like we don't even have an engine, so that's something interesting. Looks like some kind of twin carb V8. So I do know they said it was an undercooled rear engine mounted V8 in an American car trying too hard to be Italian. I guess that's the story. But like I said, some of you guys probably know a little more about this than I do. So it's definitely going to be a unique little creature we can play with. And yeah, rather than start right off with the R35 and doing the quick little hubbly boo we got to do with ripping the engine out of that thing and basically just putting performance parts on it and getting rid of it. Since that one's not going to be a full restoration, I figured we'd start with this. It looks like for even an auction car, it's missing a bunch, but I could be wrong. It could be just that simplified. But I hope everybody's doing okay today. Like I said, I had a bunch of things I had to take care of yesterday that came up and were unforeseen. So I took yesterday and kind of just did what I needed to do in a personal spec. Hope everybody had a decent enough day. Channel progress is looking pretty good. Looks like we're getting out there and actually reaching some people. Which is always fantastic. Love to see new people. I did notice that our Destiny 2 video actually did really well. You guys want to see me play more Destiny 2? That's cool. I just don't think there's a lot to do. I mean, that's why I've got it down to something I play maybe once a week, or I do a long session on, because, you know, it doesn't take more than a few hours to get through all that stuff. I did go ahead and finish up the little bit of stuff that I had to do on last week's, or this week's, mission set. Got that all taken care of. Got the, doohickey. The exotic, trace rifle there. And, started working on the catalyst for that. I ended up about 50%. I think I spent a good 2 hours off camera running around trying to get more stuff. I mean, yeah, I know I should have gone into something like Last Wish and gone to the Shurochi section of the game and, you know, grinded it out there. But I actually went to the opening of Vault of Glass. It produces a ton of enemies. It's not the greatest in the world when it comes to things, as far as that's concerned, but, you know, that's where I kind of went and just to see if I could toss it around a little bit. And if you guys ever want to come in and, you know, run through Destiny 2 or want to do a specific raid or something, please let me know. My handle on PlayStation is the same as my handle here on the channel, so if you guys need to find me or anything like that. I don't know if I have crossplay enabled on Destiny 2 right now. Probably don't. It'd be something to look into. I know switching to crossplay when you didn't have crossplay enabled before, there was a period of time where it actually broke your game and screwed up your save. So I kind of stayed away from it. As a couple seasons ago. I haven't really gotten too much into it since then, honestly. I did notice that they finally integrated all the other users and stuff on the actual maps, so that's cool. The downside to it is once you enable crossplay and cross-save, you put yourself in the position of being around a bunch of player bases that, well, have the advantages of manipulating the game's files a little bit more than somebody who's playing on console. We'll just say it that way. Car Mechanic Simulator 2021 on console is not going to be as modded or special as Car Mechanic Simulator on PC, and that kind of translates to any game. Despite what they do, you're always going to have bad apples. You're always going to have people that ruin the fun for everybody else. But anyways, if you guys are interested in some kind of cross-platforming or whatnot with Destiny 2, I guess we can, you know, take a look at that and maybe get into something like that. I'm always down for doing raids. I'm not really a big PvP guy. It's just not my thing. Honestly, that's one thing that when Bungie and Activision came out with Destiny, I thought was a little bit of a mistake on their part, because they kind of tend to favor the PvP players over the actual people that come in and play against the environment. They always have, they always will. Anybody who ever played Destiny before knows that the game is balanced around player versus player. It's not balanced around, you know, player versus environment, and they'll actually destroy the ability for the player to, you know, be good in the environment scenario just to balance out something in PvP. I've said it 1,000 times before. They need to be separate sandboxes. I've pointed out how easy it would be to separate the sandboxes, how a lot of games that don't cost you a dime to own have separate sandboxes and do just fine. Some of your free-to-play MMOs have player versus player sandboxes that are completely isolated from the base game, and balancing all your gear to player versus player is done when you switch between, the game modes. The other thing is Destiny tends to force players into a sense of having to, get player versus player scores for the sake of, I guess, what you call, we're at about B. They force you into it. If you want certain guns and stuff, which are invaluable in player versus environment, you have to have the you have to get the weapon or get the catalyst or whatever done through player versus player. I'm not a fan of that. I think there should be more than one avenue to get things done. It's not that much different. Should be this one. It's not catastrophically a completely different thing to be able to go ahead and go, oh, well, it doesn't really matter, does it? This engine. Okay, that's actually right. All right. Yeah, see, there's the courageous thing. I was looking at this earlier. Alright, so you see I got these destroyed options. The windshield's busted out. Bumpers are all bent up. But it's not that difficult to honestly put forth the effort and create a sandbox where, you can have the player versus player element to a quest, but you can also have, or go do this. I don't care if it's something dumb. Go do 500 patrols on a planet to get the same amount of progress as you would doing player versus player. Yes, make it more difficult. Whatever you want to do. Make it, well, not staggeringly more difficult. Okay, so it takes like 50 kills against Guardians to get certain catalysts. Okay, well, it takes 100 patrols, 120 patrols. There's ways to balance this. So, I digress. It's one of those things that, the game developer is choosing to make life difficult, not they're making that choice consciously. If it was, up to the players, I'm sure the players would be a little more receptive to. Grab a crankshaft pulley for a minute. The idea of an and/or situation, But anyways, like I said, people gonna ruin stuff for everybody, and things are gonna be a pain. One thing we can do is just keep plugging along at it. Probably need a couple of these. Anyways, the invitation's still out there if anybody wants to get into the old Destiny 2, debacle. and, you know, throw around a little bit of, what do you call it? I guess team play is what I would like to call that. But back into here. Let's get some things done. Oh, I grabbed the wrong carburetors. Well, maybe. I don't know. I don't see a lot of these engine heads or anything else, so it's going to be kind of a garbo build. Oh, no. Yep. Yeah, this is going to be definitely an interesting little creature here. Yep. Trying to use up some of my parts. I think I actually bought this set of rod caps for the Ferrari that we got sitting in the parking lot. I was going to build them 3-star and whatnot, but I can buy another set for that. Wow, quadra-junk carburetors. Now, realistically, you can put whatever carburetor you want on a freaking car like this. As long as the bowl holes line up, you're probably fine. But, you know, what are you going to do? I wish it gave you all the parts for an overhead valve V8V, you know. Doesn't really do that. It's kind of frustrating. Also not sure why it's not giving me the option for like a push rod or anything in here. You guys notice that? Oh, probably because the camshaft's not in. Oh, that would be a good reason. Ice. Oh no, backed out instead of hitting tab. Huh. Got ourselves a timing chain issue here. Should be this one. Alright, let's get this going. And there we go. Get our timing cover on. You know, the bad part is I probably built this engine 3 or 4 times and just don't recognize it because the way it's set. I'm probably used to it being covered in like 6 pounds of oil and, 9 pounds of cattle urine. F, huh? Curious. Can't put a power steering pump on it. That's a good thing. Yeah, this is weird. Not having all these pistons is kind of strange. Distributor, cap, rotor. Guess an alternator? I have no idea which one it's going to be. Okay, yeah, I have no idea. Throw this on, see what we can find. Arm? Yeah, that makes sense. I6B. Of course it's an I6B. Remember what I needed from here. Alright. Keep doing that. One of these days I'll learn. Those are F's. Alright, so that's why I was worried about the push rods. Make sure they're right ones. Find the right angle. There it is. Oh, we're almost about to clip these too. I know we're putting a lot into this engine that we probably don't need to for a car that's essentially wrecked, but why not? Interesting. All the spark plugs are in, but it will not let me have the wires. Interesting. Alright. 16F push rods. Although you are building one from scratch. I haven't done that in a while. Daggered freaking rockers. It's interesting. Huh. Still not giving me that option. Weird. I'll get this other cylinder on and see if that's what's going on. Interesting that they would have the cylinder heads have to be on before the plug wires on this car. Most cars you usually can stick them on with the cylinder heads off, and you can take them off. That's the thing, is most valve covers you can take them off on old V8s like this without taking the actual spark plug wires out. Because it would be silly to take spark plug wires off if they're not the problem. I'm thinking about, let's check performance real quick. I don't think those are in there, but yeah, they're not. Huh. Weird that they went in that. I guess there's clips here. Makes some sense. I hit 2. Does that give me... Does not. Does it? Oh, no, there it is. Okay. Oh no. Oh, at least they fixed that. Cool. We got a power steering pump. We've got... I had to put an oil filter on this, but... Power steering pump, a gas tank, and... Okay. Front exhaust section. Front exhaust pipe. Really? B, 2 oak C's, and a B. Well, that's interesting. I mean, I don't know how that goes together like that, but I guess if you need a bend pipe. Alright, 2 B's, 6 C's, and 2 rear muffler. Yikes. Okay. Two of these. Sorry, it's going to take me a second to find these things. They're definitely not easy to find. Overhead valve V8B. These are just standard overhead valve V8 type C's. Which is fine. So these are these. Why should I not find the V8Bs? Oh. There they are. They're hiding. I have no idea what kind of hammered nonsense this is going to look like, but okay. Oh. I mean, I can't really say too much because, yeah, there's people out there that would definitely just piece small sections together like this to make an exhaust. It's just funny to look at. Okay. Brakes, windshield washer fluid. There's radiator C up front, I guess. Okay. Grab a gearbox real quick for this. It doesn't have to be fancy. Not produce enough power that a custom gearbox makes any sense. Yeah, we performance modded the hell out of it, but it's still not producing that much horsepower. Don't even know how any of that works. It just does. That's fine. Just the things I know I need. Front and rear double wishbone shocks. Let's go over here, do the same thing. Okay. That's a B. Okay, I'm glad I didn't buy the A like my instincts told me to. Wouldn't have worked. I guess it's not really meant for that, but yeah, that works. Oh, front and rear double wishbones, huh? Alright. Sorry, my brain needed a second. I welded this, yeah? I did not. Okay. I don't know why it's going to help, but, you know, might as well. I might have welded it. I have no idea. Okay, let's take care of the stuff that we know we need to take care of before we get too much further. Like pouring oil in this thing. I mean, yeah, I have no idea what kind of radiator hose you would use to get that engine, but okay. I'm pretty sure this thing would catch on fire. I'm looking real quick to see if I can find any other things like fuse boxes or anything hidden in here. I mean, it looks okay. Your suspension should be done. Fluids are done. I guess it's up to that. I gotta grab the front and rear double wishbones. These are important things. Let's go slam some shocks together. Keep changing my calendar over here. When I turn around, my calendar's different. Whatever. I'm gonna need some more rubbers. Should give me 16 when I'm done, I think. Front sway bar. Okay. I have no idea which end length we're gonna need. Should be a B. It is. Okay. That side should be done. Oh, now there's the battery to fuse box. See? Sneaks up on you. We were up here before in the engine bay. It wasn't there. Now it's there. Because we put in some suspension parts, I guess? I have no idea why it showed up now. Oh. Oh boy. Fuse box B, it looks like, though. Like I said, we're here about learning about the quirks of this little monster. Battery. Washer reds, and then a fuse box B. We don't have all the fluids done. You know, windshield washer fluid's important when your engine's in the back of the car and your radiator's up front. You got a 2-mile hose running through the car. You know, it's 220 degrees. Three, 1, 1. Alright. One of each. Now, is there anything else? Nothing hiding back here. Alright. So, as far as wheels go on this thing, we have 215/70/15s on white walls, rim channels. Okay. Yeah, I thought about that after I did the second one. I was like, I'm gonna have to make sure I pick the right one when I separate. Alright, got that done. Oop. Dee 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 dee. You know, I wish we almost had the air tools to take apart the rest of the engine instead of the ratchet, but whatever, it's not that much faster. Alright, it's a car. That's for sure. Okay. Okay, get to you. Alright, so it looks like this is going to be the non-broken one. So this is where it's going to be interesting. So we're going to have to look at the part, go in, pull out the right part so that it looks the way it's supposed to. Because you don't want it to be too destroyed. Right A. What was the windshield? It didn't say. Alright. Right door. Under. That's the C. So it's going to probably be the destroyed front end, destroyed bumper, destroyed clamshell. The left fender's destroyed. There's where we get into the fun stuff where we can actually put in the busted parts. Yeah, it's just how the car looks. Great. Alright, how do I get that? Oh, it was actually on there. Weird. They weren't showing up on the car until I put the bumper on. What a weird little quirk. Okay, I'm not going to question it. It's just odd. Weird. It did a thing. Oh, it must be because it only cost 1 credit. It didn't know what to do with it. Huh, it did give me the change sound. Interesting. Interesting thing. Where are those doors at? Ah, there's the rear door. Okay, that's wishy-washy. There we go. Alright. So see, there's where you... remember I said there was, like, little quirks? That's a little quirk. If you gotta get really far back to be able to hit that. Okay, so we got a destroyed hood. Yeah. Cool. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah, this would be fun to drive. Right fender is apparently not destroyed. Fine. I'm gonna assume the windshield is the broken one. God, it's so weird to buy parts for 1 credit. But to make this thing look correct... Yeah, right. It was a destroyed model anyways. So... Yeah, I could have seen it blow the windows out. Why not? At least the front windows. Probably should go through and actually repair all the parts I have. Considering I'm just sitting here just willy-nilly buying stuff, you know? Yeah, 90% of the stuff I could have been repairing, I was just replacing. I don't know why. Oh, that was funny. Literally just wasted all of those $1 for broken parts when I didn't need to. Yeah, $1. Alright, door back on here. Destroyed left window. Did I get the mirror? I did. And oh, this one's actually not broken. Okay. Okay, so I need a trunk and a rear bumper. And they can be in perfect condition. Or not, I have no idea. Because I think it's the one right here with the fog lights on it. No, this one's fine. And, where's the trunk? This one here. Alright. So apparently there's one called Sad Story, which is just completely broken. I mean, this one's wrecked, but it's not terrible. Alright. Check the car status. We need some plates and interior. Oh my god, this is a trip, man. Oh yeah, I got the Japan Prefecture plates put back in. So, yeah, we got a lot of new plates. I'll also put the Canada pack back in, because why not? This Japan plate pack was like 30 or something different plates. It was insane. Ooh. Hiroshima. Yeesh. Kyoto. Okay. Ooh, Kyoto custom plates. We're going to say that a Japanese man bought this car because he heard it was an American-made car that had Italian design. Unfortunately, yeah, in driving the mountains of Kyoto, he didn't make it around one of the corners. Okay. Good story, good story. And I did not mean to move it to lifter B. I meant to move it to the stupid test path. So, from what I know about Japan and their geographics and whatnot, they're a very mountainous country. So there is a lot of areas, and Kyoto is known for their hot springs. So, yeah, a mountain wreck in Kyoto, that would make perfect sense. I can't imagine this would be correct, though. Well, the car's completely wrecked, but, you know, it's got perfect headlight alignment, even though the headlights are completely kerfuffled. Doubt they did any livery. Oh, they actually did some stripes. Okay. Alright, so this is the livery here of the burned out one, where you actually have like it had an engine fire because, you know, the engine's here and the radiator's here for some reason. That's actually violently American, just like that. That looks perfect. It looks like an Italian-American freaking hybrid that is violently American. Alright. Yeah. Okay. Three. High road seats. Okay. Once again, I'm going to have a lot of fun with this Japanese plate pack. I love the Japanese plates. But, yeah. I mean, we've got them all the way through, too. It's just everywhere. Osaka. Yeah, this plate pack's going to be fun. Yokohama ones. Even Tokyo. Yay, Tokyo! Ooh. Anyways, high road seats, please. And it says steering wheel 3. I'm okay with that because that just is whatever. The heck? They're like bunch of bonus part options. Now, guys that are just starting with the stream, bonus parts mean crap in here. Now, light bars, pizza signs, police lights, whatever. This stuff's adorable. But that's got like places for 5 things. I don't think we need to do that. Alright. Yeah, I got it back in there. It's gross. Yes, I'm going to dyno jet it. Why not? Oh, it doesn't sound good. Oh, God. Yep, a whole 54 horsepower extra. That makes it overpowered. I know it's got a rod lock, like a rod knock or something, but it shouldn't. Alright. Struggle to get back in this broken thing one more time. Oh, God. Oh, man. Hey, look. Finally, we have a car that if we hit the wall, it actually makes sense what it looks like. I mean, yeah, that was a thing. It's so ridiculous. I love it. Broken car simulator. How'd you like this view? 143 miles an hour through shattered windshield. Yeah, that's about what we've expected. Oh. What happened? Oh. Yeah, we crashed. That's what happened. Alright. So that one's definitely an interesting mod. I'm glad I got a look at that, because, I was kind of him-hawing around about that one. It came out a little while ago, and didn't really understand it too much, but I'm glad we took a look at it. That thing it's a unique creature. I would like to see more. You know? The ability to have broken parts and stuff that's duct taped together. Hey, duct tape's a beautiful thing. The sad part is, this car's worth like 80 grand, I guess. Oh, sell the car. Alrighty. Oh, guys, gonna take a look here. Let's go ahead and get the R35 in the shop. And we don't need to wash it, which is nice. It's literally brand new. It has 0 miles on it, so. Get under here, grab our drain tool. Suck the fluids out of it so we can deal with other stuff. Yeah, I know. A new car restoration is not that fun, but we're just gonna, you know, we got it from the dealer and decided, hey, we're gonna do some performance mods. Looks like it's got a pair of air filters. Have to get those off so we can put performance filters in it. I'd say we better have performance air filters. I don't know why I took the windshield washer fluid out. I think it was just habit because, you know, I didn't want to spill it. I accidentally grabbed power steering pump or the windshield washer fluid and dump it all over the place. Probably why I didn't drain this out. Then again, you should get the factory crap out of the car and do a fluid change pretty soon after you get the car. Most of our do a full fluid service like 3,000 miles. We're just going to do it at like 0 miles. Proactive about it. Okay. Nice side, we don't have to do any interior or anything. We might have some body parts, I'm not sure. But we'll see how it goes. Gearbox B. Flywheel cover, huh? Interesting way to call that. Come on. Stick my head in there. There's that is. So those turbos are kind of in the way. Okay. Wait a minute. Oh. I don't know that actually goes to the transaxle. So I'm going to assume it's in the way of taking the engine out. So we'll just get rid of it. It shouldn't because it goes to the actual front transaxle, but whatever. That's something we're just going to pull out. Hey, boy. I knew it. I literally have a brand new car sitting in front of me. I didn't drain the oil. We're just saying we drain all the fluids. Come on. Maybe I don't have to buy plates either. Look at that. Nice. Oh boy. We gotta take a perfectly good engine and tear it apart. That sounds awesome. You know, before I tear that down, I probably should see if there's actually performance parts for that. Camshafts, I'm not thinking there is, but I don't know what camshafts are in it. So, throttles for the VQ37 VHR. I think that's the RB36 ones. The VR38D TT turbos. Yeah. Okay, so I have no idea what actually has to come off, what doesn't. Let's just tear it down to the skills and see what we got. Because I know we got to get in here to get to other stuff anyways. Like fuel rails. Oh no. Ignition coil, spark plug, stuff like that, all those performance mods. Should give me a look at the camshafts. May look like something we can't change, so that'll be an issue there. The downside is we have to take them apart anyways, because we have to get the stupid pistons out of it. Because I'll bet you I can change the pistons out in it, and if I don't change the pistons, I'm going to kick myself. Oh yeah, that's right. The oil pan on this thing actually blocks you from taking the timing cover off, because nobody's ever heard of taking the freaking dipstick plate out. I forgot about that. We restored one of these before, technically, when we were doing story missions, but this one's ours and we get to play with it. Baking powder? Oh, there it is. Wait a minute. Ah, there it is. It's like, what? Part of this isn't highlighting properly. I guess it makes sense. That intake manifold looks familiar. Most likely you could actually change it out. Maybe these heads too, I don't know. Let's go through each part and just kind of see. Like I said, the downside is we can't actually, you know, just type in the engine type and have it show us the parts for that engine. You can to a point. You can't really do it the way I want to do it, which is, you know, no thinking, just it's in this thing at the top, and we can switch between the different, you know, electronics and whatnot, tuner parts and stock parts, and I mean, not that we need any stock parts, but we could. Alright. Hey, piston with connecting rod, my favorite. So that's interesting, it's got the inline 6 intake manifold and then the V6 intake manifold stacked on top of each other. Not sure how that works. I mean, it's probably like the rear engine, who am I to say? The real engine's probably the same. It's probably kooky and strange, and that's why it's so expensive to work on. Unlike its, you know, younger sibling that was a monster. Alright. Let's do what we know. Alternator, check. Flywheel, clutch plate, check. Engine heads for... I got a lot of engine heads in here. Maybe they do have them. Flywheel, we know that. Okay. There we go. One time it didn't spin it around on me all weird. That's good. Piston with connecting rods. Those are fine. We can put those back in. Because those are performance ready. We already bought them. Definitely going to be an interesting creature to find the different parts that actually are performance mod on this. Like I said, we've done a full restoration on one of these blocks before, sure, but never performance mod restoration. So, something different. That I have extras of those or something. BQ37 BHR. At least one of those. Right? Yep. That's head A, and I think there's a head B. Okay. Yep. Head B. Okay. Nice. BQ378 VHR. Yeah, we don't have any of those, so throw that in there. Caps are going to go back on. Rockers. Okay. VR 38 DETT turbos. Okay. Thought I bought those. Guess didn't. Alright, big ball bearing turbos. Nice. Timing cover. Go back on, nice and easy. My eye back in there so I can see the timing chains. I couldn't see them. Shoo! Shoo, shoo, shoo! Only ungodly number of volts. Batman. Inline 4 power steering pump so it can be completely underpowered for no reason. Yeah. There we go. Haha. Reach. Long bolt, short bolt, long bolt, short bolt. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. So I think we're up here. Fantastic. So we need 6. So I had to figure out the throttles, but intake manifold B. Intake manifold A. Hey, we bought both intake manifolds for that car. Yes. I don't actually think I'm going to assemble the rest of them on the engine stand, though. Oh, I need a fuel rails. VQ37s. Sure, they're here. They really did a lot of work on putting the skyline together, so I'm sure they're here. I think the engine cover is what has to stay off to put the oil in the car. I think I'm okay with the intake. Alright, throttle, VQ 37 HRs. Pair of them. Let's put the oil filter back on. I'm so worried about hitting that mark with the what do you call it? Being able to actually get to the oil without having to worry about the top ignition cover being in the way. And I completely forgot to put the oil filter on, so I could do that. The other thing is, if I do this car conservatively to a point, we might be able to get around the track in a minute 50 and get that achievement. The racetrack's really long for that achievement too, by the way. Alright, put the engine cover back on. I guess you'd still get the oil. Whatever. Alright. Smash. Put the drive lines and stuff back in it now, and the flywheel cover. I see one of these taken apart. It's actually pretty accurate. I'm just annoyed, I guess. I understand the reason for the design. It makes it a lot easier to drop the transmission out, but still, being back there is kind of weird. Alright, is that everything? Ah, I've lost money on this car. Yeah. It's probably because I took the engine out of it and put a performance engine in it. It's fine. Guess we could respray it. What's another $1,000? Right. Yeah. Alright, so you had 530 horsepower. I don't know where we ended up. Wow, 250 horsepower. Increase the horsepower with 250 and frickin' and lose money on the car. That's how it goes, though. What you gonna do? Speaking of, ooh, hello, Nissan Gtr. Awesome interior. It's what looks like an automatic. Oh, yeah, that's right. So, this car has a sequential like 8-speed automatic transmission in it. Because it's faster than a stick. So, even though you put a bunch of clutch parts in the engine that don't need to be there, it's got an automatic. That's right. Launch control, volume control, Bose sound system. I mean, other than the factor radio thing, which is basically the heart of the car, everything else is pretty basic. I love Japanese design. No frills on the fancy air conditioner buttons. Just work. I can say the same thing about like the Dodge and stuff. Turbo lag. Wow, we weren't fast enough. We did glitch out the lights, though. Never did look at the body shop to see if there's any tuning parts for it, though. We'll check for tuner parts, but I think that's got enough oomph. And honestly, the stability at like 140 miles an hour is not bad. I think that might do our minute 50. Might have enough oomph. So let's check the tuning shop. Nope, no body tuning stuff. Cool. The value of the car with 1 mile on it, we lost 20 grand. That's fine. This one is gonna go into parking. But with that, we are pretty much wrapped up for the week. I believe when we come back next week, depending on what kind of feedback we get, we might play a little more Destiny next week. I'm just trying to give like Payne and those guys a chance to actually get, you know, new stuff going and ports and stuff. I'm sure they're working on stuff and they do such a good job. I want to give as much time as they need. So that we can keep doing cool car mods like this. But, that being said, I do believe we still have a large chunk of the base game cars to do. I'm still looking for, you know, a few things here and there, but I haven't really found what I'm looking for yet. We do have some other options too. We could go back and do some restorations on cars we've already done, like the Tempest Magnum and stuff, because we do have some liveries that need to be showcased. It's an option. I mean, honestly, I could go to the car showroom area of the game and do most of that showcasing without actually having to buy and sell cars, but what's the fun in that, right? But anyways, I will see you guys next week. Not going to do any streaming over the weekend, and kind of just doing a few things. But, got about 3 days till my birthday, so I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do for that. I don't know. I'll probably be here with you guys streaming. What are you going to do? Life for YouTuber, right? But I'm Dragon Lucifer. I will see you guys next time.